everybody, welcome to this video here on G4G. Today we are in Marvel Avengers Alliance, and this video is called Way of the Gun Fist. This video is courtesy of an idea provided to me by Agent Ree. So Agent Ree had come up to me last week and linked me a particular agent build on Facebook. And he said, check this out. And I read it and I was like, oh, I've seen this before. You talked about this several months ago. He's like, yeah, I liked it. And I provided it to the FTH guys at one point, and they thought it was pretty cool. One of the guys was even using it for a bit. So within about 5 minutes, I had responded to him again. He was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm fucking around with your thing. He's like, but this is how it's supposed to go. And I'm like, I know. But this is what I do. So this has a, in essence, follows a setup that Agent redid and kind of honors the original idea, but then again has that Napalm Dawn 23 pieces of Tchotchke's flair on it. And let's get started. At the end of the video, there is going to be some bonus content. It is going to be some footage of one of the practice matches that I got into with this setup that was from a different video that I did on it, but for some reason the GeForce Experience was not recording the microphone twice, but this match was too good for it not to see the light of day, so it'll have some music, but it won't have my voiceover, unfortunately, and that'll just be some bonus footage at the end. So stay tuned for that. As we're loading up here, this setup re-exposed a bug that has been in the game for a long time, and it is something that I've reported to Playdom that they never went and fixed, which made me think, here's a good idea for a video that I had not had planned before the game wraps up. Long-running bugs in the game that have never been fixed. So, my Napalm's Army, I am begging you guys, comment about the footage of this video all you want below, but do me a favor, and if you guys can think of any bugs that have been in the game for a long time, we're talking longer than 6 months, alright? Longer than 4 to 6 months back in time. So, you know, anything that maybe started in the summer of 2016, no, but anything from like May back, or started in May and still exists to this day, let me know. I mean, I'm talking about things like what you're going to see here, things like, if you remember the Hexenjäger, when you killed an enemy agent running the Hexenjäger, magic warding wouldn't fall off. That's the kind of stuff that I want. Buffs and debuffs not showing until the first action of combat. Things along those lines. Not scoot 'em on Kurth. We all know about that. We know why that happens. That's not worth talking about. But any bugs that still exist in the game that have been around for a long time, please let me know. And if somebody can experiment by running a Hexenjäger agent, allowing the agent to die, and then seeing if the magic warding stays, that's something I'm asking you guys to test for me. So, who do we have here? Well, we have Bellhop Rocket, or Original Rocket, Rabies Rocket, and he is running Master Blaster. He's running Phase Frequencies, a bunch of Skillfuls, a bunch of Steadies, a Violent, and a Proficient. He's running Ionizing, he's running Suppression, he is running Obsolescence, and he's running Charged Attack. We are running with Spider-Man Noir, who was not ISO'd until I actually did this video. So after all this time, he finally gets some love. He's running some Steadies, he's running an Athletic, and he's running 2 Steadfast. Morale boost, like you would expect, and the new glorious Generalist ISO Scrapper's Playbook. Tactician's Playbook would also be good. However, we do know that he likes to work with follow-ups and counters. Therefore, Scrapper works for his raison d'etre. so to speak. So that's why it's there. It's perfect SpiNo flare. He's running exploit webbing, he's running sharpshooter, pulverize, and snetting target. My agent, and this is where the way of the gun fist comes in, even though Spider-Man Noir does have melee and gun attacks. We are running the Scrapper-infused tech suit, taking advantage of applying static charge on single target attacks. Single target attacks are guaranteed to critically hit. Unarmed attacks gain shocking. Melee attacks gain charged attack, triggering static charge, and the hair trigger empowered ISO 8. Lantern. This is flare, doesn't necessarily have to be the lantern. Cosmic Cardinal. Flare, but part of Agent Ree's original setup. It fits because it keeps your energy going, which is a bit of a premium in PvP. And this is where my Tchotchke's flare kicks in. The restored welrod silenced pistol. Stealthy applies combo setup. Dragon's Foot was part of Agent Ree's build because of the Dragon's Eye passive, and also Steps of Shulao. And the Lightning Strike, also part of Agent Ree's setup. Storm Herald and strengthened to the team. I swapped out his pincer for this because it is stealthy. Because it does combo setup. And what happens when your agent follows up or counters somebody and it's not weapon specific? It's a brawl, which is an unarmed melee attack. Therefore, I immediately follow my pistol shot, which leaves the person with combo setup, and I immediately follow it with a fist to the face. Way of the gun fist. How positively David Carradine Asian sounding, isn't it? So, Doc Ock goes first, and of course goes for Rocket Raccoon, which is typical of a tactician. Okay. Rocket is going to do a single target on this guy, so he gets a shield. Cosmic Cardinal follows up, which could lead to initiation, and it does! So right away, the team is off at the races, doing what it's supposed to. The agent followed up with the Cosmic Cardinal. Rocket detected that and went, "Oh, that's my cue," and did stuff. He flanks the Delta and then follows up, which engages Rocket, which engages Spider-Man Noir. These two are such a symphony of destruction. So now we get to see what the agent does. That's a gun attack, which causes the follow-up brawl, which causes the chain lightning, which causes the chain lightning, which does not cause either of those two numbnuts to do anything, unfortunately. Spider-Man Noir dodges out of the way, and now we're back to Rocket. May as well do some AoE, get some rad exposure. Text spam at 6 o'clock in the morning? I never get text spam ever. Okay. Fuck that noise. I don't know how that ever happened. Cell phone number never goes anywhere. Okay, interesting real-life side event going on over here. So you get a little bit of an idea of what's going on over here. The hair trigger ISO causing the follow-up melee is a setup for an engagement from Rocket and Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir likes to follow up on anybody that is hit by a follow-up or a counter. So because Rocket Raccoon uses AoE, everybody is a valid target. Union Jack also. Union Jack could substitute in for Spider-Man Noir, obviously. So we have a typical start from Maximus over here. but he doesn't purge our buffs, so we're good. Maximus is not exhausted, so we are going to walk around the Tactician. We're going to gain that shield. The Cosmic Cardinal's going to proc, which nobody follows up on, you flat-footed lazy bastards. The BR Theta attempts to Phoenix right and press charges on my Spider-Man Noir, to which he says objection and shoots his friend. And there we go. The Scrapper playbook on Spider-Man Noir initiated Rocket, which initiated Spider-Man Noir. Lightning Strike. Everybody got zeros, which means nobody dodged it. And you can see the damage. It's a fun setup. In terms of its PvP application, the betterment of this setup is by how offensive your attack armory is. The more attack armory focused you go, the higher this setup could have carried you in PvP. If you're running a kind of armory, this probably wouldn't have gotten you anywhere out of maybe low vibranium. Because it's really FISA is the big deal. FISA's a major deterrent to this setup. But here's a bug. I mean, here it is in action. My team has the Lantern, but we do not see the buff of it because I have not done anything in combat yet. If this was an enemy team, I might not know about all their buffs. Now my buffs kick in. The follow-up engages Rocket, which engages Spider-Man Noir, which engages Rocket, which engages Spider-Man Noir. Look at that. That is a melt fest. My team just jammed the delete key on the keyboard and erased an entire setup before it even went. So let's take a look at this in practice, because that's where it really would have counted. Now, so far, these guys ran over one team and had some issues with other. The last PvP practice that I ran was a drain agent, and that shut things down pretty bad. The first FISA Cloak and Dagger team I fought, FISA died very, very quickly, but the enemy agent was running such a ridiculously counter setup to this team, you could not believe it. It was running the Tactician flight suit with the E-Tech shield, the Trident, which screws up buffs, which means Rocket Raccoon was not allowed to reload, and the fucking Moon's Eye, not the Huggin's Eye, the Moon's Eye. I'm like, are you serious? Is there like some parallel Forbidden Superman triangle, black zone dimension, X zone, whatever the hell that thing was called? I mean, it was like literally there was a mirror in front of me and it was like Bizarro Napalm, just setting up the exact perfect counter to what I was doing in this video. I'm like, nobody runs the Moon's Eye. How do I find the one fuck nugget running the Moon's Eye and the E-Tech shield? Nobody talks about the E-Tech shield with the flight suits other than from the Hellcat. Oh, good God. Well, okay. If we... Oh, my God. You got... Oh, Jesus Christ. No protection against this. Except Spider-Man Noir might hit her if she tries to go for him. You must be joking. Yep, there we go. That's... Yes! In your face. Okay, well. We are going to scrap our playbook on Spitfire and get rid of that before the next round. And they don't have protection, so they're getting rat. Yep. Yep. How beautiful is this shit? And he has a bit of a built-in counter for Cloak and Dagger, too. If Cloak and Dagger goes stealthy, Spider-Man and War gets pissed. Alright, so what are we looking at over here? We are looking at a Tactician Star-Lord and a Generalist. Well, bye now. Star-Lord, if he AoEs, or he may Rocks Fall. No, okay. He could have gone for the Rocks Fall. That might engage my people. That might engage. Alright, well, straight up kill. Cool. Since that was quick, I'll go ahead and end the video. I'm going to tack on the extra footage now, and you'll see another example of a just a thorough deletion. My agent didn't get a chance to go there, but instead of the lightning strike, I was running the sextant to cause a little bit of buffs, plus the sextant gives us counterattacks. So if you get countered, those are counters, these two get engaged, the Cosmic Cardinal gets engaged. It could spin out of control for the enemy team. Of course, a major weakness would be Scudum. If the last person standing is a bruiser with Scudum, fisting them behind the pistol is going to be an issue. However, we could always leave Spider-Man to War and Rocket to take him out and have my agent just use lantern stuff. Agent Ree had the cube in for the lantern, which solves some of the FISA issues. But it doesn't quite assist the team as much as the lantern does. Alternatively, you can take out the Cosmic Cardinal and put the cube in here, but now you're not running something that has a chance to follow up and initiate these two. So, alright guys, like I said, still going to be doing videos on the channel for Marvel Avengers Alliance, partially pretending that it's not going away. We have the bug video. If you guys can give me some good examples of bugs that have been around for a while. I have Bane Walker coming up. I have stuff with Mock coming up. Maybe a Ronin, Adam Warlock team up. Those two seem like they'd be amazing together. Still playing around with some ideas for that. Also, the AoE follow-uppers. I want to do a video highlighting that before the game wraps up. So, again, guys, please tell me about any long-standing bugs that you know about that are still existing today. I don't need one that existed for like a year and then got fixed, like, say, Kate Bishop. I need ones that Playdom allowed to go through until the end of the game. So, I hope you guys like Way of the Gunfist. Stay tuned to the additional footage of a team getting deleted. Enjoy and stay tuned to the channel.